Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. So in this video, I really want to talk about the importance of how you approach fitness. Now, here's the thing. You probably, when you think of fitness, you might think of it as this gruesome, rigorous thing. You might think of sweaty Zumba classes, 3 hours of cardio a day, hitting the gym every single day. You probably think of eating out of a Tupperware, only clean foods, right? You probably are thinking of eating out of a Tupperware all the time and not having your favorite foods, not being able to eat certain foods. That's probably how you're approaching fitness. But here's the thing. Fitness does not have to be all or nothing, right? Fitness does not have to take over your life. Fitness should be something that's a part of your life. And that's something that I really struggled with when I first started out on my fitness journey, where I just got so obsessed with it and I thought that I had to be perfect in order to see results. But the great part about fitness is that you don't have to be perfect to see results. I know that's something that we've been kind of taught, and it's been something that's been ingrained in us over the years with media and TV and magazines and all these things, how you have to be losing weight super quickly and you have to be doing this and that and you have to be perfect and you can't have some chocolate, you can't have ice cream, you're on a diet, right? Whatever it may be, you've heard that before. And that's just not the way to approach it, right? Because what happens when you have that all or nothing mentality and you just try to be perfect, you're going to get really disappointed when you actually are a human being, right? And you slip up, right? Because that's going to happen. You're going to slip up. But the most important thing to do when you slip up is get back on track, right? And you're not a failure for slipping up. And that's why it's so important to have a more balanced, more sustainable approach, right? If you approach fitness with this thing like, hey, I'm going to be perfect every day, I'm going to hit the gym 7 days a week, you have these really hard expectations for yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to feel a bit bummed out, you're going to feel down on yourself when you don't hit those benchmarks that were unrealistic in the first place, right? So that's why it's important to be realistic with yourself, and it's important to be kind to yourself during this fitness journey when you are trying to transform your body and your mindset and get rid of old poor habits and replace them with healthier ones. Guys, that takes time, right? And you don't have to be perfect with it. Doing something is going to be so much better than doing nothing at all. And what happens is when you try to be perfect, you burn out, right? You quit altogether when you have a piece of cake or a donut or a cookie. You say, hey, well, I wasn't supposed to eat that, so therefore, screw it, diet's over, it's over, I'm going to start back on Monday. Instead of saying, approaching it with like, hey, I'm going to mostly focus on nutritious foods, which is the most important thing, but I can have a cookie in there. I can have some ice cream because that's totally a part of my plan. And that's really the most important thing, is approaching fitness with that flexibility and that moderation. And it takes time to kind of get there. But once you accept that this stuff takes time, and once you accept that, and that there's no finish line to this fitness thing, you're going to be way less hard on yourself, right? It's not going to be as difficult, and you don't have to be perfect. Like, get that out of your mind that you have to be perfect when it comes to fat loss, when it comes to fitness, because you don't have to be. You should be striving for consistency, no doubt about it, but you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect with my fitness, and you don't have to be either, right? Especially if your goals are simply to get healthier, lose some weight, right? Gain some muscle. Don't have to be perfect with it. Now, on the other hand, I'm not saying that you can just miss your targets and be inconsistent all the time. Of course not. You definitely should be consistent with it. But this video is just talking more about the fact that you should not be, and you will not be perfect when it comes to fitness, because over the years helping people, I realized that a lot of people, and you watching this, probably struggle with that all or nothing mindset, right? Where you're either on a diet or you're off a diet. There's no in between, right? And that's why it's so important when you're approaching fitness, gotta accept that this is a lifestyle change. This is something that hopefully, right, fitness and health, you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, right? It doesn't have to be to an extreme. Like an example, you don't have to be a bodybuilder and then compete on stage just because you're into fitness, right? If that's what you want to do, go for it. That's awesome. But if your goal is to become healthier, right, and be able to play with your kids, your grandkids, whatever it may be, right, it's super important that you get started and don't set up those unrealistic expectations. Don't go into it saying that you're going to have a strict meal plan and you're only going to eat these foods and you're going to hit the gym 12 times a week. It doesn't have to be like that. And what happens is when you approach it like that, when you approach fitness with this kind of all or nothing mindset, you're going to burn out because you're a human being, and that's going to happen. Life is going to happen, and you're just going to burn out and be like, I can't do this. And when you do that, when you burn out, you're probably going to feel some sort of disdain towards fitness. You're probably going to have some resentment towards it and be like, oh, fitness, dieting, that was that thing that really sucked because I could only eat off that meal plan and I had to hit the gym every single day. Well, no, nobody said that. That's just what you set up for yourself. And that's why it's important to do fitness the right way. And the right way, in my opinion, is creating healthy habits, right? And fitting fitness into your life and not making it your life, okay? Because I know you're busy, you got stuff to do, and fitness may not be your number one priority, and that's okay. But of course, your health and fitness should be a priority in your life. And in order to make it a priority, it's important to start with some baby steps, right? Don't get too overwhelmed too quickly because that's how you burn out, and I don't want that for you. So that's why it's important to have that mindset where you're flexible, right? It's more sustainable. It's a bit of a slower approach rather than the extremes of cutting out all your favorite foods, 3 hours of cardio a day. That's not the way to go about it. That is one way. That's a one-way ticket to get burned out. And I don't want that for you because once you get burned out, you're probably going to have a tough time picking it back up again. So if you're starting back up again or you're starting for the first time with your fitness, it's okay to go slow. Any progress is amazing progress. Catch you guys in the next video. See ya.